Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the long-awaited KNULL ranking god list. It's here, right now. Kinda, sorta. So this is how it's been working. This right here, what you see, this is Mephisto, right? This is on my ranking guide Mephisto list in Godzillanator's guide. And there's a bunch of different things on here at the moment. I plan on getting to work on this, doing a lot more of these things, right? We had this list here, we had the class rank. Now I still have to add all the new characters on here, and I'm gonna have some time over the next few days, mainly an 11-hour drive, because if you didn't catch my last video, I'm going to help my sister build her a deck. Me and some of my family, we're driving down because we got to bring some tools and all that down to North Carolina. My sister, she just bought a place out there, and we thought it'd be fun to go and build her a deck. So we're all going to do that, and so it's an 11-hour drive from where I am. So I'll have some time on my hands to work on some of these things if that's what I choose to do, depending on how much driving I actually do myself. But in any case, how this has been working is I make these videos, right? The ranking videos, and there's somebody who's been making these Google Sheets here. These actual guys, they've been inputting, all the data, and I'm gonna imagine that that's what's gonna happen here. So I'm gonna give you my list here, and I think there's like 11 or 12 characters. These are the top KNULL killer destroyers, at least for me, from my experience. But it's gonna look something like this when the list actually gets done, and all these lists are available in my Discord. The Discord link is in the description of every video. The channel that it's on, it's MFF Helpful Info. But there's going to be a link to this in the description. This has, Shadowland Guide, Mephisto, Awakened character. But like I said, all the new characters, the whole Black Order, and I think a few others have to get inputted on this, which will happen in short order. Yeah, by the way, going away for it's going to be at least a few days, and if I don't have an upload during that time, that's the reason why. I'm gonna bring my stuff. I'm gonna try to get to these videos, but I can't make any promises. I can't make the promises. So let's get to it. Oh, here we go. By the way, okay, so I'll just show you. I'll show you on the Discord. This is on Godzillanator server, MFF Helpful Info. There's all this stuff on here real quick. So this one, buffs and effects. This is I did a whole video on the actual icons that show up, right, when you're actually playing a character in the upper left hand corner, all the different icons and what they actually mean, right, and just what they look like and all that stuff. Just some details on that. We have a Mephisto ranking guide. We have a Shadowland up to floor 149. Shadowland first clear reward infographic. Another Odin's Blessings infographic. Multiple tier guides and lists. Another Shadowland guide. We have cost for each member of the Black Order. An infographic on 0 to 60 cost of the Black Order. Infographic on all the KNULL restrictions and requirements and all that. Mephisto infographic. And then a native tier 2 infographic. Okay, there is that. All right, now, so guys, I actually went ahead and I tested out some characters, right? I did some quick and dirty just to see, just so I can give you some accurate information. Then this is based on my account, my build, but they're all pretty similar other than some exceptions that I actually have brilliance on. Other than that, every character has a pretty good build. Any character that's worth their salt has Odin's Blessings. They have a mighty CTP if possible, right? Unless they only can operate with rage, then they have rage, and in that case they're actually not even on this list. That's just the way it is. So I have 13 characters on this list. We're going to start at the bottom and work our way to the top just like we always do. So at the very bottom, now this guy, he used to be towards the top of this list. It's Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider is at the very bottom, guys. He's at the bottom. Can you believe it? We all know, he's good, but it's just, the creep is real, and characters that have come after him, they could just do it better. And one of the things that Ghost Rider just suffers with, we all know it's he doesn't have a heal, guys, so he needs Venom as a striker, and even then, So if this guy had a heal, he'd be much better. His lead is OP for Mephisto, and he's good against Mephisto because, you know, he's got the fire resistance, but we're not talking about Mephisto, we're talking about Null. So he is number 13. Number 13. Oh, one character I just realized that I didn't put him on this list is Torch. I totally forgot about Torch. Torch is good. He's definitely very good. It's just the thing, guys. Do you notice when you do his Awaken skill, there's so much damage, and then when you don't include his Awaken skill in the rotation, dude, he hits like a wet noodle. It's terrible. It's like you can't even use him. Like, you can't swap him in. If you're doing a swapping thing, you can't even swap him in if you don't have his Awaken skill, because he's just not going to do any damage. Like, my goodness, I've been using Star-Lord, so I've been playing stage 34. I've done Moonstone, Star-Lord lead with Human Torch, just because, you know, I don't want to spend all day playing Null, and I'm using my supports in leads for other characters to clear between 35 and 39 of Null, and it's just a team up I decided to go with. I could do different things, but I try swapping him in on his non-Awakened skill rotation, and I regret it the moment I do. So wherever he clocks in for you, okay, so I didn't test him against different characters, but you know where Torch's value is on your account. He's very good, right? He's got that serious burst damage on his Awakened skill, but outside of that, it's a wet noodle. It's a wet noodle. So he's just not included in this list, all right? Okay, so ahead of Ghost Rider, right ahead of Ghost Rider, I put Vision here. And Vision would be higher on this list, except for the fact that he constantly misses his proc. He constantly misses. If you want a really good run with him, you got to run it a bunch of times if you're playing him with the proc. And if you have Pierce, you're going to want to play him with the proc and energy, right? He's very good. He can do crazy damage, but you need some really good, right? I gave him a really good build. He's got 12 Odin's Blessings, got a mighty energy with 6% beatdown, very good roll, and he's got a fully awakened ISO 8 set. Mythic uniform, the whole 9. So he's good. He's tricky with the proc. Ahead of him, I put Iron Man. Now I know Vision took the ranking of Tall Glass and Milk. I know, but Iron Man, he's so much easier to play, so much easier to proc with, and he's super fast. So that's why I think Iron Man has better value than Vision. Vision can do more damage if you're on point with those procs, but he has a tendency of missing those procs. And I just like Iron Man. I don't know, man. Call me Iron Man simp. I'm simping for Iron Man over here. All right, ahead of Iron Man, I have Rogue. Rogue in ahead of Iron Man. Rogue, I love playing Rogue because, dude, her survivability is so good. She's just a beast in so many game modes. With a Mighty Judgment, right? I have a Mighty on her. I had a Brilliant on her. I took it off, unfortunately. Gave it to Supergiant. But I score. Let me show you what I score in Squad Battle. I know this is a null list, but let me just show you what I scored in Squad Battle with the Mighty. 8.6 million. That's insane. That is insane. And if you guys want Squad Battle videos, because Squad Battle matters more now than ever because of crafting, let me know. Let me know if you want that, and I actually recorded all my runs here. I recorded the last round, all my runs, just in case you guys want the video, or just in case I want to do the video. All right, so Rogue is coming up on, let's see, number 10. Number 10 is Miss Rogue. All right, ahead of her, I put Scarlet Witch, because Scarlet Witch is actually a bit stronger. Now, her build's a bit better as of right now because she's got this Brilliant on, but she's a bit stronger. You know, she's got her own lead too, so that's something that you got to classify with these characters. But yeah, if you got a really good build on her, Scarlet Witch can do some damage for Null. All right, coming in ahead of her, I have Sharon Rogers. Sharon Rogers coming in ahead of her. Now, Sharon Rogers, she's another character that, yeah, if you play her right, she can do bonkers damage, right? And she can get it done very quickly, but there's also a very good chance that you could slip up or something happen, and you got to rerun it, right? Depending on where your account's at, and if you're at a level where you're pushing it, right? You're right on the cusp of like clearing and, you know, that sort of thing. You got to get it right with her. So she's kind of tricky. Otherwise, she might be a little bit higher. But I think we all know Sharon Rogers' value. And it's crazy because she used to be at the top of the list too, but she's in at number 8, guys. 8, there's 7 more characters, or no, 8 more characters ahead of her, actually. I'm sorry. I have a hidden one in here. Actually, right above Sharon Rogers. I bet you'll never guess. I have the Maker. I have the Maker above Sharon Rogers. Yes, Maker is so good, dude. I did a quick and dirty with him, and he clocked in faster than Sharon Rogers. Faster than her, yeah. I mean, I got a decent build. Actually, Sharon Rogers' build is better than his. See, I have 12 Odin's Blessings, right? 3, 6, 9, 12. 12 Odin's Blessings. Stage 11 with the Mighty with 5%. Sharon Rogers has 6, plus she's got way more Odin's Blessings, and she has a fully awakened ISO 8 set. His uniform's at Mythic, of course. And yeah, he's just, dude, he's good. He is very, very good. He can take advantage of his own lead. That's the thing. I clocked in at 4 minutes, doing quick and dirty, stage 35, right, when I did my other video. But I used his lead with Mystique and Proxima support. But, I mean, he's got his right. A lot of people saying, like, no, you got to use him with his own lead, right? So Maker, yeah, he's strong. If you don't have Maker and you want a null killer, he's going to be your guy. There's so much damage on his tier 3, it's crazy. Plus, if you have Thing, right, he could use Thing support as well. If you're not playing that high of a stage, if you're playing just like all male stage, right up to 14, you could totally use Thing. All right, ahead of him, I have Null. Null is ahead of the Maker, just ahead of him. And Null, you know, if you're playing with that energy, like, you know, I had people, you know, mention like a bunch of different rotations to play with Null, and I don't know, maybe some of them work better. I choose not to really play Null because, you know, again, he's kind of a funky character to play. It's like, you know, you need certain things to line up, and if you're getting interrupted with his rotation, it's hard to get back on track, especially if you're dealing with the Clintar cages. But he's good. He's definitely good, but he's not the best, though. He's not the best because we have characters ahead of him. But he won't let you down in terms of null on null action. Yo, what it is, what it do. Look who it is, you Sneaky Bandit popping in you. Listen, man, you think you were going to get away without seeing the Sneaky Bandit for days? Maybe days? But anyways, guys, we got boxes. We got lots of boxes here. Shadowland stuff, like, you know, the Tony Stark supply chest, some other stuff, some random stuff in here. Let's go ahead. Let's pop them tags. Let's see what we get. Hopefully we get lucky. I don't know, guys. I mean, I've gotten some decent stuff out of, what is that? Oh, that's for Alliance Conquest, I think. 100 BAM. What is that? 150,000 gold. Yikes. I don't know. We'll have to see. I don't know. Maybe that was 1.5 million. I'll have to double check that, but I think it was just 150,000. Nothing good. And these Shadowland boxes are really letting us down here. I mean, I think it seems like the best you can hope for is 1 million gold out of the check-in chest. Best you can hope for is a 5-star card out of Shadowland boxes. That seems to be it. And is it even worth it anymore, guys? I mean, you got to run at least 3 floors for one of those boxes when you could just auto clear X-Men missions and get Phoenix Feathers and just, you know, get it out of the craft. So, like, they're making those Shadowland boxes less and less valuable. Hashtag Shadowland shop. Devs, we need a Shadowland shop, and we need it like nobody's business. So let's see. Let's see what we got. Okay, so yeah, Tony Stark supply chain. Man, I'm saying this. 50 clear tickets and 300,000 gold. That costs real money. I don't even know why I still get that. All right, so what do we got here? Shadowland. I mean, look at this stuff out of the Shadowland boxes, guys. Okay, 500,000 gold. That's actually not that bad. But typically, you don't see that. So we got 30 hidden tickets. We got 5-star card. I'm getting better stuff out of the check-in reward chest. I don't even have to do anything for it. All I got to do is hit one button. That is it. 5-star card, 6-star extreme, 6-star obelisk. I mean, that's okay. 5-star crit damage. What else we got? Oh yeah, okay, here's the loot. So 100 BAM and then 150,000 gold. Come on, devs, you gotta do something about that. I mean, really. This is what HP? HP? Man, I'm plagued. I'm plagued with the HP. I'm telling you right now. So yeah, this is Alliance Conquest 104 CNS, not too shabby. But there it is, guys. I mean, you see it, devs. You gotta fix the Shadowland issue. Like, there's no real incentive to push Shadowland. Guys, look what I'm getting out of these boxes. that takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time to actually run that. I can use all my characters, but still, like, it's kind of poopy. It's kind of poopy. So until next time, guys, Sneaky Bandit out. Enjoy your broadcast. All right, ahead of KNULL, I got Mr. Cable here. Now, he could do it with either uniform. He could do it with this uniform, or he could do it with the X of Swords uniform. Honestly, both of them are very good. But Summer Days for me is just a little bit better. I think his survivability playing KNULL is better with the X of Swords uniform, but his damage is going to be a bit better on the Summer Days. There's some things you got to watch out for, some little tricks you need to do when after you get down the quick and dirty, down past 30 bars, you got to kind of have to lure KNULL to the edge of the map, and it works out better because you want the 4, right, the ball of energy to just be directed on him, and that could be the case with a few different characters now. Because as a matter of fact, coming right ahead of Cable is KNULL Obsidian. Yeah, I mean, you guys saw he one-shotted stage 14. That was so crazy, man. I was honestly blown away. I did not expect that. And the damage, it definitely doesn't really fall off going up stages. It's just that he can struggle after 30 bars because, especially if you have a proc on him, you got to be real quick and you got to have some finesse after you hit that 6 because they step back. All the Black Order, they step back so far. And I think Corvus is he's the best scenario with his 6. He doesn't step as far back, and you can cancel it a bit earlier. But KNULL and Supergiant, you gotta get funky with it. And yeah, that's why KNULL is coming in. Damn notification. Okay, KNULL. Number 5 for KNULL. Ahead of KNULL is we got the one and only Miss Proxima Midnight. Man, she is soloing stage 44 for me. Yeah, I have a brilliant on her. Sure, so what? But she is insane. She is so good, man. Proxima is probably, honestly, if you had to pick one character from this update, it would be Proxima. It would be Proxima. It's kind of tough between her and Supergiant, but Proxima is so good. She's got this passive, right? Applies all villain allies. Her lead, right? The ignore dodge plus the crit damage is a very good lead. And she is meta for dispatch. Super meta for dispatch. And she's meta to be on the team for ABX. You could even use her and get close to Supergiant. I think if you did not have a brilliant on Supergiant, then Proxima and Moonstone would be the team to go. Something like that. Maybe you need like a really nicely rolled Mighty on Supergiant to outscore that, but she's just so good and I love playing with her. World Boss Legend, she's a killer. Stage 44 solo, no problem. Like with a lot of time on the clock. Okay, ahead of her, I got Miss Supergiant. Supergiant, she could just do it a little bit faster. She's trickier to play. I almost wanted to put Proxima above her, but Supergiant can just, she's got that crazy burst damage. It's just, on her 6, you could even do something where you just cancel her 6 right away for the accumulation. You could do that. You do lose a little bit of the damage, but that's what I do for Danger Room Extreme. If you're playing with her, immediately cancel her 6. Otherwise, if you're trying to one-shot, you're going to have some problems. You're going to have some problems, and you're kind of rolling the dice depending on how far back she goes and this and that. So just save yourself the headache. So Supergiant, yeah, I mean, dude, this update was insane. Oh, and Corvus too. I didn't put Corvus on this list because I have a rage on him. I have a rage on Corvus. I think Corvus, right, you're going to want him for ABX. You could use him for World Boss Legend. Honestly, he'd probably be somewhere around where Rogue was at. He would be somewhere there, like between Rogue and Scarlet Witch, somewhere in those ranks there. But I have a rage on him for ABX. That's why. But every one of the characters are meta from this update. It's insane. It is insane. I'm loving it. Okay, so above Supergiant, we got Mr. Mephisto ranking in at number 2. Yeah, dude, his survivability is excellent. He's just so fun to play, and he is just a monster, man. There's crazy damage on that tier 3. And even better, he's even clocking in faster since I switched up that rotation. So he's in at number 2, guys. If you don't have Mephisto, get him. Honestly, if I had to pick one native tier 3, it'd be Mephisto. I mean, obviously, Sentry's got his PvP use, but you can have other characters do it, sure. And who really cares about timeline? I don't know. That's just me. But ahead of Mephisto, we have the one and only Miss Moonstone. Where is she? So she is still faster. She's still faster. She's still at the top, guys. She's like close to getting knocked out. I mean, Supergiant can do it like just as fast, but the reason why Supergiant isn't above her is because of the targeting on her 6. It's the only reason. If there wasn't that targeting issue, I would put Supergiant ahead of Moonstone. They're very close. They're very close. I don't know. I'd have to do more testing, but if the targeting issue wasn't an issue on Supergiant's 6, I'd do more testing to see. Like I'd run it like 5 times with each one and take the average, and then you know put that one at the top. But because Moonstone, right, she really never misses. You don't have to worry about targeting. Supergiant, you do. So Moonstone's still at the top, guys. When is she gonna get knocked out? When is she gonna get knocked out? I mean, like I said, you could knock her out. You could, like when I did my testing with Supergiant clocked in like it was like a couple seconds faster, but that could have been for other reasons. So they're neck and neck with the quick and dirty time. It's after the 30 bars where you run into that targeting issue, and then you know things start getting funky. So you got to get funky with it. But I like playing with Supergiant more than I do Moonstone. And that could just be because, you know, hey, we all like the new shiny toy, right? So there is my list, guys. There is my null Lincoln list. My null Lincoln list is my null ranking list. And like I said, we're gonna have that in. You know, you can be able to view that in the guide, right? The guide. It's going to be on my Discord channel, right? Hang on, let me get, here we go, boom. So it's gonna look something like this. It's just gonna be null. It's gonna have all these characters on it, and I'm gonna try to get, again, even with Mephisto, I'm gonna try to get every single character ranked on here, and then along with null as well. And I'm gonna have different things on here, right? You can see CTP, rotation. So for Mephisto, movement speed is very important. Lead, right, survivability. And we'll have different things for null in terms of that as well. So guys, there it is. There it is. I hope you enjoy it. And again, if you don't see an upload from me for you know, a couple days, if that turns out to be the case, don't worry, I'll be back. I'll be back, guys. So listen up. You better stay tuned. You stay breezy, but most of all, friend, you stay safe out there now. Peace.